Hello, in today's video we're going to discuss the importance of creating a home page for your Canvas course. Just like the first day of school, the first impression is very important for your learner. Whether you are teaching an elementary classroom or a college classroom, that first impression can set the tone for your course. So you'll see today I am on a Canvas course, that is the LMS I'm going to choose to use, and we're going to go into my test course. When I click on test course, I will be guided towards modules. That is where most Canvas courses are going to open up. I don't have a home page set. So today we're going to create one. The first thing you're going to want to do is go to Pages. Once you're in Pages, it will be empty if you have never built anything, and you'll click Plus Page. Let's look at a finished home page as an example first and talk about a few of their points. In this home page, I have created and included an image that is a welcoming sign. I have written welcome to 4th grade at Canyon Springs and let them know that this is their Canvas homepage and will house the important information they'll need over the next year. I've given them a few checklist items. Check here first thing in the morning. Use the column on the left to check your announcements daily. Use the agenda page to access all of your assignments. Then I've also given them two other pieces. I have listed their 4 courses here and created links so that they can link to each of those without having to go back and find it in the course tablet for 4th grade. And I've also linked their agenda for each day here. And each one of these is linkable. This is embedded through Canvas, through Google Slides. And I'll show you how to do that as well. But first, let's go back to our pages. All I did was click Page earlier, plus Page, and I created a blank home page. Once you get the home page open, you're going to want to edit the page. Once you edit it, you will notice it looks a lot like a Word document. It's not, shouldn't be very intimidating for you, hopefully, if you've ever used any kind of editing software like a Word document. If you have a picture, you can upload it here. Now, originally, my image just came off of a Bitmoji that I had created with my class. You do not need to put a banner in. You could put your school banner in. This is what it originally looked like. And when I tried to include it, it was kind of awkward in shape and size. It was very large, so if I save it, you'll see how large it is. And I didn't want it to take up this much of my home page because then students will have to scroll a lot, and we know either as users or through research that when you have to scroll, you really lose the interest of the user. So I'm going to go back up, and what I actually did was I took my banner page, or my picture, and I opened it up. This is just my computer software editing, and I just cropped it to make it smaller. I wanted to keep myself in there. I got rid of some of the top, kept the banner, saved that, and I used a different name. Oops, no, I do not want to do that. Sorry about that. And I just simply created a new banner, but with smaller size. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to embed that one. So first I'm going to look at my buttons, and I'm just, if I scroll over, a little image will pop up, or a little word will pop up, links. This one is images. It's like a little landscape. And I'm going to use my computer and submit. Now I would also like this to be centered. So I come over here to the alignment button and I center it. And then I just pushed enter. Now the next step was I wrote a little message to my students. Welcome to 4th grade. And for our purposes, I'm just going to write that. I'm going to increase the size. If you want to go more, you could come up here and you could actually format and you could change the font style. So if you like a different style, you can change that. Font sizes are here as well. Formatting. So I'm just going to include that. And then I'm going to add a table because I want to be able to really decide where some of my pieces go. So I just put a table in here. All right, so let's see how that looks. We're going to save it. And I think I like the way it looks so far. I'm going to go back to edit. And I'm just going to include those links. I'm going to show you how to include the links and also how to embed if you would like to do what I did with my information for my students. So on here, I just wrote ELA, math, science, and social studies. Okay, then I went ahead and I centered these again. And then I'm going to add some links. Before I added the links, I went ahead and I opened up some of my courses. So I clicked on Dashboard, I right-clicked on Dashboard, and I opened in a new tab. And I just went to my courses. So here's a Nearpod training course. And all I'm going to do is copy the URL at the top. I'm going to click on the word I want linked and go up here to this link button or little paper clips or chain links together. It's an external link. If I wanted to link to a specific page in my actual course that I'm in, then I would use internal links. So I just did that for all three of them. On the right-hand side, I want to include a Google Slides page. So I have created a Google slide for my students that has the links to all their assignments. These links will take them to the Canvas page. It took a while to set up, but as I moved through the year, it became very user-friendly for both the students and myself. So in a Google slide, I'm going to click File, and then I'm going to click Publish to Web. Then I'm going to embed, and then it will ask you to publish it, but I've already done it for this one. So I'm going to right-click, Copy, go back to my course, and then this little button up here that looks like a little cloud is the Embed button, and you're going to just put your embed code there, paste it, and submit. And I like the way that looks. I'm going to save it and look again. And then we just have two more steps. So I like the way that this course looks so far, easy to use, and my students really don't have to scroll very far. If I put a lot of information down here at the bottom and they have to scroll and scroll, they're probably not going to use it. So I'm going to first publish my course, and then I'm going to go right here to these three little dots. I could delete, view my history of my page, see who's accessed it, use it as a front page, share it with a friend, copy it, or share to comments. I'm going to say use as front page. This way, when I go back to my home page and I want to set it as something besides the modules, I'm going to choose a home page. This is where I can list from here. Okay, so pages from page, that's what I just did. And I'm going to click Save. And now, when my students enter this course, let's go back to the dashboard. When they enter this course, they are going to see this as their very first page. They will not be distracted to anything else. Some teachers have their students go to all the courses individually. For 4th grade, I find it a little bit challenging, so I always have them access this home page, which will then take them to all their other areas. One thing I'm probably going to do with this page before I leave you is I'm going to make one editing change, because my Google slide is not very large and it's kind of hard to see. Is I'm going to slide this over to make this right side a little bit larger, just so it's a little easier to see. And I'm also going to make sure this is center justified. It looks like it is, but maybe not. There we go. I'm going to center justify that as well. If I wanted to, I could also go in here to my embed code, and I could change that as well. So down here is your HTML editor, and I could look for that embed code off of my Google slide, and I could actually make it larger right here. It's this part right here. And this is going to be my final page for my class. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it was helpful. Have a wonderful day.